TikTok getting banned and I don't know what to do. So I guess I gotta make something shake on YouTube. And why's it getting banned? I just got 1 million followers. Guess I gotta find another way to get my dollars up. Today, I'ma help you figure out your content focus. Figure out your goals and your fears you getting over. We about to go crazy on this site, just know I told ya. Better not let nothing get you down cause you a soldier. I have over 1 million followers on TikTok and now I'm going to YouTube. Like, I've succeeded on short form platforms, but long form has always been my biggest challenge. Cause have you ever struggled to follow through with a big goal? It really can get discouraging and there's obstacles and it's so easy to quit because quitting requires nothing. All you gotta do is stop. But this year we're not doing that. We are finishing all of our goals. No matter what, I have not been able to crack YouTube. I did TikTok, cool. I did Instagram, cool. Even be on Facebook a little bit, cool. But it's just, for some reason, I've been on this platform, YouTube, for 10 years. I just can't figure it out. But you know what I said? 2025 is the year for change. This is the year I say no more. I am not letting the social media gods hold me down no more. I'm taking it by the reins and I'm getting what's mine. I kind of want to collect like the infinity stones of social media, you know, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and there's a couple more like Snapchat and stuff. We'll think about that later. But not only am I going through this and trying to help myself, if you're trying to do it as well, you're trying to grow on platforms, all of this stuff that I'm about to talk about in this video can help you as well. So really this is for y'all. I'm teaching me by teaching y'all. We are gonna overcome our doubts. We are gonna find our consistency. We are gonna build something meaningful. And I don't know when you're watching this, but TikTok is supposed to shut down this Sunday. So if this is after the 19th, this will be very interesting to see the landscape of stuff now. But that's honestly how this even started. I'm like, yo, I just really want to diversify. Because if that goes down, something else got to come up to replace it. Woo-wee! All right, so I'm at the gym, but really quickly, I wanted to talk about why YouTube and why now. So the first thing, obviously, that everybody's talking about right now, at the time of this recording, is the TikTok ban. Allegedly, TikTok's getting banned in the US on the 19th, which is this Sunday. So by the time you're watching this, you'll probably know what's going on. But right now, we don't know what's going on. And the main thing is, even though I live between the US and Canada, and when I'm in Canada, I'll still be able to use it and stuff like that. It's like, it's not even about that. It's more about the fact that you really need to diversify your platforms as a creator. That's why the TikTok ban, it sucks. But I'm not like distraught because even though people call me a TikToker just because that's my biggest platform, all my eggs are not in the TikTok basket, you know, like I still do brand deals on Instagram. When things happen like this, you gotta be able to pivot to other platforms, and it's better if you have a community on those platforms already. Also, you gotta plan for the what ifs. Like my Instagram account's gotten suspended before. And if all I did was make money on Instagram, then I would have been screwed because then I would have had no way to make money, you know? You gotta diversify. See, but I also have streaming platforms. Like I make music and I post music, so I have a little bit of passive income from, say, Spotify and Apple Music. I also do live stuff. I go on panels, I host events, stuff like that. So I have multiple streams of income, but right now we're focused on YouTube. Oh my God, it's so cold, bro. This is why I need to move. One problem that I've seen to find, and I'm gonna speak candidly to y'all, because you know, y'all the homies right now, is I haven't really been able to build a community. I've never really been able to figure that out. I've had eyeballs, I've gotten views, but I don't ever felt like I've had a community of people that I know, you know, will ride for me or that understand me, and I could just talk and be vulnerable and you guys understand and we share stuff back and forth and my story helps you guys do what you're trying to do with stuff like that. Like I've never had you know how Kai has a Kai Mafia or DDG has the DDG family, stuff like Kelly Stamps has the Stampede. Like I want that, and I've realized that long form, it's way easier to do that with long form because it's a lot harder to connect with people off of short form content because you don't really know them. And even if you do post like personality videos and stuff, if that's not what you're known for, it's not really gonna hit, possibly, or it just doesn't really reach your audience because the algorithm isn't gonna push that because this isn't what you usually do. So long form content, it's a lot easier for you all to get to know me
And I do want you to get to know me because I really am a good guy, you know, like I'm a nice guy. I'm cool, but also sometimes people will see me and this might be a bit of imposter syndrome and people are like starstruck, like I'm a celebrity or something. And I'm like, yo, chill, like I'm just me. And someone told me once that, yo, like you're in a position, be in this position. Like don't try to minimize yourself just because you don't know how to receive love or receive compliments. Oh! I'm like, yeah, you know, you're right. So I want you to be able to connect with me more. So that's another reason why I think I'm really gonna try to go harder on YouTube. And you also might be asking, yo, but if you collected the Instagram Infinity Stone and the TikTok Infinity Stone, how come you didn't get the YouTube Infinity Stone? You obviously know what to do. No. Every social media platform is its own beast, you know, it's its own game. And I've tried YouTube over and over and over and over. There actually might be a video on my channel, I think it's still up, where I was like, maybe it was 2018 or 2019. And I'm like, yo, you know what? YouTube, this year I got it. I'm going crazy. I'm posting multiple times a week. I'm on it. Didn't last because even though I'm the first person to say, yo, numbers don't matter and you'll figure it out, I'm not gonna lie. I got discouraged with YouTube because everything I tried that wasn't necessarily like the full version of a song that I did on Instagram or TikTok, it wasn't really connecting. And I didn't like feeling like I had to start over from zero since I've already put in 10 years in this content game. I'm like, yo, I deserve to reap the benefits of my labor, you know? And that's not really a great way to think because realistically, nobody owes you anything. Like, none of you that are watching this video have to be watching me right now. Like, you don't need to. So I appreciate you for watching it. And even if a video gets 100 views or gets 50 views, that's still 50 or 100 people that took time out of their day to watch me. And I need to appreciate that. And all I gotta do is just figure it out. Like, that's really it. I just gotta figure it out. And I was acting spoiled because I'm getting the instant gratification on Instagram and on TikTok of a bunch of followers and a bunch of likes, and it felt good because I get it, yo. If you're making content and you don't get a lot of views, it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. We're not gonna act like it does. It doesn't feel good. So that was kind of the reason why I just haven't been on YouTube, because I could do a short form video, instant gratification, and it took way less time to shoot. So I'll say my takeaway from this little lesson is, even if you've tried before, you learned something that you can apply next time to make you improve. So what am I gonna do? I'm like, okay, I've tried the little vlogs. It didn't really work. Ultimately now, because I know that it was very selfish vlogs. I'm walking around just filming my day, doing stuff. Like, what value does that add to you, you know? And it's not like my life is super, super entertaining. I get it if you're watching someone and their life is just dumb lit, like a David Dobrik or something, where they don't have to give you value outside of entertainment. But I don't think that's, you know, how my thing rocks, you get me? Oh my gosh, and I just noticed I didn't even bring my headphones. Now I have to go back home and get my headphones. Back from the gym now, and if you notice in those last clips, if there's like a little reflection, I thought it was just the way that I was parked in the gym. Come to find out, my phone has like, you probably won't be able to see it. There's like a crack that crosses the front camera right there. It's not my screen, it's the, what's it called? The screen protector. It better be the screen protector, but I'm gonna go get that changed. So that pissed me off. I really hope that didn't mess up the last little segment, because I was dropping gems. I'm gonna make my protein shake, and then I gotta get ready to go to the podcast. Zoe's coming here, because her car is mashed up. And then we're gonna go. The thing on pod days, because we pod every Tuesday, the thing on pod days is I don't really eat properly, because say we're on road from like 6, 7 o'clock. We don't finish till around 11. If we're lucky, I don't get home till 11:30, 12 o'clock. And by that time, if I didn't cook earlier in the day, then it's over. Because the only thing open is McDonald's and Burger King. And I don't want to be eating Whoppers and McDoubles every Tuesday, you feel me? So like, I'm gonna try to start meal prepping. And I know that's so like, oh, you're meal prepping. I want to start meal prepping, but I'm so lazy. But I'm gonna have to make something work. So I got this to put in my smoothie because I do frozen fruits, but there was some like packs like this. There's different types, and I wanted to try it. I've never tried this. This one is Dragon Crush. Dragon fruit, mango, pineapple, banana. It ain't bad. Basically, we got TC here. We're taking a little break from just me on my own. So actually, I wanted to ask you if you could talk to the people while we're setting up. What do you think, like if you were talking to someone that is starting social media and they want to like identify what niche they should do or what type of videos they should make, what do you think that they should do?
I mean, honestly, and taking from the formula that you developed and what we've kind of worked on, kind of like what interests you or what makes sense, what's like within the realm of already, you know, you and the scope of your interest. Because obviously you're into clothes, as we can, well, you can't really see, but we're getting that set up here, as well as like shoes and fashion, among other things. So it's like, if you're into, let's even say like, I don't know, clay and like, you know, like working with things, it's like, it doesn't make sense if that's your thing, but now you're trying to make freestyles, or you know what I mean? Like if you're going completely off left field and it doesn't feel natural to you, then the rest of the video is not really going to translate over to people. So the easiest place to start is just, yeah, within what makes sense. Because if you're already really into clothes and just like understanding and being able to wrap your head around that not only lends to the details of what you're talking about in the video, but you're able to put nuances in it that kind of people can kind of see the appreciation that you have for both whatever the topic is, as well as like what you're putting into that video. Because yeah, when you care, it shows.
Identify your niche. You got to ask yourself a few questions like, what do you enjoy making? That's the first one. Like if someone woke you up at 3 a.m. and said, yo, talk to me for 15 minutes about something, what could you talk about for 15 minutes at 3 a.m. I think that's like the easiest way to start, because if you could just yap about stuff, there's an audience for you that wants to hear you yap about whatever you're talking about. The next one is
I'm so sorry.
The next one is, what problem can you solve for others? Now this was the one that I struggled with a lot, because I was like, yo, I do entertainment videos, like what problem can I solve? But like, people being bored is a problem, technically. So if you're making entertainment videos, the problem that you're solving is you're like solving people's boredom, or if people are in a bad mood or upset, you're trying to help them feel better and laugh. Like that's something that you're doing.
To your point too, and as you've also pointed out to me, which only took like maybe a year for me to actually implement, but sometimes the simplest processes of things that you naturally do if you're a creator or whatever have you, or just whatever, like those processes are things people might want to know. And if it's like as simple as like, oh, like, you know, I naturally just record separate audio because I know I'm gonna have to deal with that later. Like some people don't realize that until they're in the situation, the audio is messed up and it's like, whoa, shit, what now?
I was talking to a dude at the gym and he said he's starting to make content and he's into fitness, but he's like, yo, the fitness market is so oversaturated. And I'm like, yo, and I think I heard this from Gary Vee, where it's like, yo, people underestimate the amount of people that are beginners and looking for beginner information. And I think we do that a lot too. Stuff that we just think is common sense. Like someone who is just getting into that space, they don't know that stuff. So I was telling him, I'm like, yo, if you're doing fitness, like don't get so concerned about people trying to go from level 8 to level 10. Like at least start with people starting at level 1 or level 0 trying to get to level 5. Proper push-up form. Like you might think that that's so simple, but a lot of people don't know, or how to properly squat, how to, you know, just stuff like that. I think people are really looking for information for, and you don't have to really be an expert. I think that's another thing too. People feel like you have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be able to like convey something in an original way.
Yeah, because even actually, sorry, to piggybacking off of that point there, I think where you also stand to benefit, and to your point, like you enjoy talking about these different things. So people already enjoy watching you talk about just things in general. And if you're not an expert in this new field or new topic, they'll still be interested in like learning alongside you. So if you're just like authentic in that and just being like, yo, listen, I am not like the top level 10, like 100 guy, you know? I'm here at level 5, but I'm just interested and I'm trying to like learn these things along the way. So I'm gonna bring you on the journey. And it's like, yeah, if we're in this together, of course your audience is gonna be engaged, comment section, all sorts of things.
Yeah, so basically the point is, it's like, what's the unique perspective that you bring? Like recently I started doing a lot of tech videos, and my unique perspective is I'm interested in tech, but I don't know all the technical terms and stuff. So I'm doing it from the perspective of how can I make this as simple as possible to understand. So it's like, I don't know about none of this stuff, but I'm still gonna talk about it. Like that's my perspective. I'm not trying to seem like I'm MKBHD, you feel me? So other people who, cause there's that, what am I even trying to say? I sound like the dude with the Janae Aiko,
What is, I'm sorry.
Nah, what I'm trying to say is there's no thought that you have that no one else thinks. Like you may feel like you feel stupid for asking a question, but I guarantee other people have that same question that you're asking too. Yeah, so basically just start with what excites you, and as you go along your journey, learn from your audience, see what they like, see what they don't like, and kind of try to pivot. So for me, on my like new YouTube journey, the kind of issue that I had every single time I tried to make YouTube videos was I was like, yo, I don't know what videos to make. And the stuff that does the best for me, oh my gosh, the stuff that does the best for me is music related stuff. But it's hard to make music be in like a long form, you know, format where it's like, I can't make a song 20 minutes, feel me? So I'm trying to go down more of the educational / vlog type of route this time, where it's like I'm doing stuff like this, I'm teaching you guys things that I've learned along the way, sprinkling in my life to really like grow a community that trusts you or like comes to you for stuff. They have to feel like you're helping them. It can't really be about you. So that's like the type of stuff I'm trying to be on this year.
That's a big quotable when you talk about community, because yeah, as like creators kind of create these communities of whether they're like audience people or other creators and whatever, it has to be engaging. Like, you know, the DDGs and even like the MKBHDs and all these different people, there's like engaging points, whether that's like whatever you're trying to teach or like just asking them these different kind of things. It's like, yeah, it can't just be a selfish journey.
I've noticed that I like watching motivational videos and educational videos, even though I'm more of an entertainer. And I think I'm just trying to find a way to balance education and entertainment so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I know you guys enjoy the stuff, that's why you're watching it, but also help you, because I do like to help people. Like I could talk forever about just stuff that I've learned or stuff that I've been through, so other people don't have to have it as hard as I did, you know? All right, but let me just say this though. I'm not acting like I got this all together, and just because I have a plan on what I'm gonna do, everything's just gonna be smooth sailing. No, I still have some internal conflict that I'm gonna be dealing with while going through this. First one is I am very weary about burnout. Now, if you don't know what burnout is, specifically creator burnout, it's when like you just been going so hard at something and you're just mad, tired that you just don't have the effort. You don't even feel like you wanna do it anymore, you know? And I feel like because I'm really active on short form, right now I post about 5 times a week. Now to add long form YouTube content into that, which I would want to be consistent as well, say maybe like even just 1 time a week starting out, that's a lot on my plate, because even just doing the short form, it takes a long time to do. So I'm like, damn, now I gotta add even more. I gotta juggle something else. And then with me doing that, like I don't wanna fail again. Like I don't wanna stop again. Cause like I've said, like I've done this mad times that yeah, I'm about to get on my YouTube grind and just stop when it stopped working. I don't want to do that this time. Like I actually want to carry it through. My goal, damn, my goal is 100K subs by the end of 2025. That's my goal. And right now I'm at like 50 something, so I need about 50,000 subs. That's doable. That is very, very doable. But from those times of me failing, I think I really just learned that sometimes the grind ain't gonna look pretty. And I think when we have success in a certain field, we get a little spoiled. Honestly, a new platform is a new beast. And if you're starting from zero, you're starting from zero. Like, YouTube don't owe me anything. So I can't feel entitled for you guys watching this to support me or to subscribe or to give me a view, because you don't owe me. You could be watching anything right now. But if you've been having similar struggles, or you thought that you might have some of these similar struggles, a couple things that you could do is, number one, set realistic goals. And by realistic goals, I don't mean dim down your goals. I just mean make goals that you can actually see progress towards quickly. For instance, I want 100K subs by the end of the year. I can't control that. A realistic goal of mine is to post once a week. That's realistic because I control that. Post once a week, and hopefully by posting once a week, I can hit that goal. Or if I post once a week and I see that it's working and I can still get it going, up it to 2 times a week, or however many times you want to do it. Number 2, you got to accept that setbacks are a part of the process. This is something that to this day, honestly, I'm still struggling with. Because like I said, like, I feel like I work so hard, and sometimes you don't really see the returns on your hard work. It is what it is. Every time you take an L, it's a lesson. What do they say? I feel like that sounds so corny, but it's true. L's aren't losses, they're lessons. But I'm not even gonna lie, like, that's low-key a fact. So anytime you get set back, just learn from it. What happened, what didn't work, what did work, and how can I pivot moving forward? The next thing is you need to create systems to stay consistent. And by systems, I mean like 1 day a week, you're gonna write down your ideas. 1 day a week, you're gonna film, and 1 day a week, you're gonna edit. That's a system. You have this set day. Mondays, I do my ideation. Wednesdays, I film. Fridays, I edit. That's a system. And systems help when you really don't have motivation, because like, even if you love doing this, like I do, I love doing this, but there's days when I wake up and I'm like, bro, I don't want to film, I don't want to edit, I don't even want to be on social media. Sometimes you gotta just push through that if this is really what you want. So the overarching theme is you gotta focus on progress and not perfection. Just try to get 1% better every single day, and 1%, what is in the air? 1% better every single video. I think Mr. Beast has said that, and a whole bunch of other people have said that as well. 1% better. Okay, you did this video, the next video, all right, how do I make my transitions cleaner? How do I do my voiceovers better? How do I make my text look nicer? How do I improve my storytelling? So I think what's making it different this time is I actually have a plan, and that's something y'all gotta do. Plan. Now, plan doesn't mean mapping out every single thing you're gonna do, but you at least need a blueprint. And some of that stuff could be organizing your workflow, leveraging your strengths, experimenting with content, seeing what works, doesn't work, trying different styles, try different lighting. Are you doing voiceovers? Are you not doing voiceovers? Stuff like that, you know? I think the biggest thing that I'm taking to apply to YouTube is storytelling, because the storytelling aspect on short form isn't necessarily as needed when you could just entertainment and get that done. But on YouTube, to really build a connection and for someone to sit down and watch you for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, you kind of need a story. And like I said, I don't know, that's been hard for me. And I think it finally clicked now. So now that it clicked, I just gotta find a routine that works that you guys also like, so I could get that to work as well. But let's go through some ways that you can actually create a plan. So number 1 is setting a consistent schedule, and that goes across different parts of your life. So how many times a week are you gonna post? How many times a week are you gonna film? How many times a week are you gonna write? How many times a week are you gonna come up with ideas? The next thing is using tools and routines to stay organized. What do you write your scripts in or your ideas in? Are you using the Notes app on your phone? Are you using Notion? Are you using Google Docs? I highly recommend that you have somewhere that's easily accessible. That's the word, right? Accessible. Easily accessible, that you could just get to your ideas. If you think of something, you could just quickly write it down. Because I'm telling you, if you think you're just gonna remember this idea tomorrow, It's not gonna happen. There's been times where it'll be like the middle of the night and I'm trying to go to sleep. If I think of an idea, I'm writing it down because I'm not gonna remember it. And the routine is kind of the same as having a schedule, because a routine will basically be like, okay, when you wake up every morning, are you gonna think of 3 ideas? Or before you go to sleep, are you gonna watch 3 YouTube videos and take notes of people who are in the same type of niche or do the same type of content that you like? One tool that I would suggest is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a lifesaver. It can help with anything. If you have an idea and you're like, how to make the best hamburger under $5, help me write the script, or help me flesh out the ideas for how I can get this video done. It'll literally do it for you. You can say, give me 30 days worth of content idea for a beauty vlogger, and it'll help you. I use ChatGPT all the time. I think the part that people get ChatGPT messed up is it's not supposed to think for you, it's supposed to help you think. I would write a script, or I'd start writing a script, put it into ChatGPT and say, make this sound more casual, or make it funny, or give me some ideas for extra jokes that I could put in it. It's really just an aid, and it'll help you a lot. I use ChatGPT probably almost every day of my life now. It's basically the new Google for me. Next, you gotta find a balance between passion and strategy. This is also something that I struggled a lot with, because I was just 90% passion, 10% strategy. That's not gonna work. You gotta like 60-40 passion strategy, or strategy passion. And if you don't know what I mean by passion versus strategy, there's what you wanna make and there's what works. And sometimes, if you're lucky, what you wanna make and what works is the same thing, but sometimes it's not. You might make some sort of content that isn't necessarily what you wanna make. Hold on, I'm thirsty. But it works, it got a lot of views. And sometimes you can get stuck in the hamster wheel of, okay, this type of video worked, so I'm just gonna keep on making this. But if you don't wanna make it, you're gonna be miserable, and that's how you burn out. Shout out to Prime, they be sending me stuff. This isn't sponsored, but if y'all wanna sponsor me, holla at your boy. If you wanna take social media and content creation as a job, like a full-time job, you can't go 100% passion. If it's a hobby or like a little side thing, that's cool, you can do that. But if you really wanna like make it pay your bills, you do have to kind of do what works. So it's just finding that balance. Don't lose yourself, but don't completely just make selfish content. That is definitely gonna be a theme in this video. Don't make selfish content. And now you might be saying, well, my videos only get 10 views. There has to be something that's done better than others. If you usually get 10 views and you get 50, what happened in that video that you got 50 views that people like more than the videos that got 20 views, you know? Your plan does not have to be perfect. It just has to get you started. It's a snowball effect. Your firsts are gonna be the hardest. Getting your first follower, getting your first 100, getting your first 1,000, getting your first 10,000, getting your first million are always the hardest, because things just compound over time. I remember starting and getting 20 likes or getting 10 followers in a day was crazy to me. And eventually you become desensitized to it the more that you grow. This isn't really just about YouTube. It's about proving to myself that I can overcome any obstacle that I've had and really build something meaningful when I put my mind to it. It's about taking the hard road. It's about adapting. It's about proving to myself that you really are a real deal content creator. You could do it short form, you could do it long form, you could do it live, and no one can take that away from you. That's really what I'm trying to do right here. And whatever you're trying to do, just make sure like you have your why. You gotta know why you're doing the things that you're doing, and that's what's gonna push you on the days when you don't feel like doing it. It's like going to the gym. You could go to the gym every day, but the days that you don't wanna go to the gym, you gotta remind yourself, why are you going to the gym? Do you wanna lose 10 pounds? Do you wanna gain 10 inches on your vertical? Do you wanna put on 20 pounds of muscle? That's your why. So the days that you don't want to do stuff, what is your why? But man, I'm excited about this, and I hope that you guys will take this journey with me. Comment down below, what are the goals that you want to do this year? Because I'm gonna take the journey with y'all as well. You know, we could talk in the comments, try and help each other out if we have any tips and tricks and stuff. But for real, I really want to do this. Not even want to do this, I'm gonna do this. Everything that I said, I'm gonna do this. So comment down below, what's one thing you've been putting off that you could start today? And whatever that is, I want you to start today. If you want to go to the gym, start by doing a couple push-ups. If you want to run, start by getting a good pair of running shoes. You feel me? Do something. We all can do something. Every single day we could do something to make ourselves better. And because I've been in this little creator space for a while, I might know a thing or two about a thing or two. So if there's anything you want me to make a video on, Put it in the comments down below, y'all.